Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel Trading Secrets. This channel is for entertainment purposes only. For those of you who do not know, my name is Ali. I have over 20 years experience teaching accounting, economics, business and law. Through this channel we're providing some stock analysis and a quick update on the $1 Million Challenge. So if anybody's not aware of this is a journey of an investment of $1,000 to a return of $1 million over a period of 3 years using a strategy called compound return investing. So the objective is try to get 201 trades, each with an average return of 3.5%. It's not 201 consecutive trades. We do take into account losses. So for further details about how to join us for less than $9 a month, information is available in the description below. In today's video, we're going to be looking at MMTLP and focusing on some key parallels between Ari Rubenstein, GTS Securities and Bernie Madoff. So stay tuned for that. We're also going to be looking at stock analysis for PayPal, ticker symbol PYPL, and also doing a review of the weekly watch list. So before we get started, let's have a look at some key events this week that we can expect from Monday. And ISM manufacturing is expected Monday. I think the big one from my point of view is Tesla deliveries. First quarter are expected on Tuesday. So that's from a stock point of view. And in other notable important ones for the general market, we can see number 7, the Fed Chair Powell is going to speak on Wednesday, and that always has a significant impact on the market. Then we have the jobless claims on Thursday. So let's now focus in on, I think, the important one from a Tesla point of view, and let's have a look at the history of deliveries. So we are expecting Tesla deliveries to be revealed on Tuesday, April the 2nd this week, and I think from my point of view it's also going to be interesting to see if we get some important figures for the Cybertruck, which has been one of the new products that they have been showcasing. So let's have a look at the history of the first quarter delivery. So from 2012 to 2024, I think we can safely say almost every single quarter it has gone up. So in the previous same period, 2023, we were looking at just in excess of 422,000. So I'm hoping they can hit the 500,000 or a 500,000 mark of deliveries. So before we look at Ari Rubenstein and GTS Securities in terms of the connection with MMTLP, I'm going to give a follow-up to yesterday's video where we looked at some of the comments that George Palikaris was making with regard to MMTLP, the U3 halt, and also the corporate action on, as well as FINRA. So follow up here and shout out to Sensi, who's posted as more players in the MMTLP become free to speak, such as George, speak openly as their silent clauses expire, get ready for more doors to open. So could be a suggestion here that Houston Wade may potentially have more information that could be shared. So we will have to stay tuned for that. And he's also followed on by saying we have to assume that FINRA delayed the approval of the original MMTLP corporate action due to Rule 6490. So this is a rule that has been covered a number of times on the channel as it was under investigation. And if you remember, the FOIA talked about obviously allegations and suspicions of fraud. So from a fraud perspective, per the FOIA emails, and the email stopped the investigation talk, and soon later the corporate action was approved. So this could be one of the key parts of the jigsaw that we are trying to put together. So next shout out here to Rare DD, who's posted 6 degrees of separation is way different to the types of connection in the quoted video. So go ahead and check out Rare DD's video. It's an outstanding summary of the MMTLP fiasco. And what he's also posted here is so many of the names attempting to deflect attention away from GTS Securities seem to have apparent involvement in MMTLP, either have a direct connection to Ari Rubenstein or 1 or 2 degrees of separation. So certainly very interesting, and hopefully there is further investigation into that. But let's now have a look at the parallels with Bernie Madoff, and what he's also stated here is in terms of Madoff's operations, he had in terms of broker dealers, never had customer accounts. And we can see here from the SEC report here, it also states that the GTS Securities did not also have customer accounts in this SEC release of the documentation shared on the screen. And continuing with the Bernie and Ari parallels here, we can see on the left what Bernie Madoff did. He conducted his Ponzi scheme on the 17th floor. He also had the official businesses on the 18th and 19th floor. So the fraud was carried out on the 17th floor. But what Rare DD is saying here is that GTS Securities have also signed a 2-year lease, and they also have distributed across different floors, 9th, 15th, 16th, and they also have a 17th floor, and they also work with the landlord on the lease extension, and this was done without a broker. So again, no real suggestions there, but interesting coincidence. And if we look at the operations, we can see here in terms of Bernie Madoff's operation, he sat on the board of the governors of the National Association of Security Dealers, and this was a predecessor to FINRA. So we all know about Harry Rubenstein's connection with FINRA, and he also states on Harry's profile page, "I am a member of FINRA Market Surveillance Advisory Group." He was also on the FINRA website itself, but apparently that has now been removed. So shout out here to Hibachi Salad, who's posted, "Since I have your attention, given that there should be investigations into Harry Rubenstein, probably the one who was likely behind the forcing, we should say the suspicious creation of MMTLP and trading of MMTLP, he is smudged from the FINRA website and the SEC Gov search engines, and it is not odd." So certainly I have checked this out. So what I posted is that it certainly seems to be he's wiped from FINRA's website, wiped from FINRA's history on the Internet Archive website Wayback Machine. So if anybody is able to dig into that Wayback Machine and try and find Harry and FINRA, that would certainly be interesting. But if you are not able to do that, then that suggests that it certainly seems something very extreme, and it also seems, well, to ask the question, what is there to hide? What now I'd like to do is have a stock analysis for ticker symbol PYPL, also known as PayPal. This is a stock I've also invested in, but let's start by having a look at a quick fact check. So comparing 2017 with 2023, we can see that revenue has jumped from 10 billion to 29.7 billion. Earnings are up from 1.4 to 4.2 billion. Profit margin 12.9 to 14%. And also we can also see in terms of the forward PE ratio, that is now 11. Share price in 2017 was $66, and right now I believe it's trading close to $67. And in addition to that, they seem to have bought $16 billion worth of shares since 2017. So certainly we could say this seems to suggest that it is currently undervalued, with some potential for a good reversal upwards. And this is a stock that I shared in the Discord. I did invest in this at around about $56.62. I think I'm currently up close to 18%. I've identified this as a medium to long term hold. But if we have a look at the chart here for the previous 2 years, we can see it looks to be having a significant number of recent green days. I think over the previous month, it's up in excess of 12%, and we can also see it's closer to breaking a trend of lower lows and lower highs over the previous 18 months. And what I'd now like to do is put this over the famous chart, Wall Street cheat sheet, which shows the psychology of a market cycle. So you'll be able to see the highlighted PayPal chart. They're certainly looking to have bottomed out, with possible strong trend upwards. And finally, shout out here to Derek, who's posted a similar chart, and he's talked about obviously the run up there all the way up to euphoria, and then right now after the depression, which is obviously where you have the fear in the market, it could suggest a maximum financial opportunity. So he stated here he believes it could be heading to $100 soon. He believes in the previous time it ran up to obviously $300. In terms of earnings, we're looking at 22 trading days until PayPal earnings, 13 trading days until the blackout. And obviously we know about the buyouts that have already happened, the buybacks that have already happened in that, so certainly want to keep an eye out, PYPL. And I'm going to finish off by having a quick review of the previous week's weekly watch list. We've had another number of great calls, and many of these were also cannabis stocks. So one of the ones that I shared in the Discord and also in some of the previous videos was ticker symbol FLGC. That was up 88% on the week. Flora Growth, so congratulations to everybody who got in on that. That was the best call of the week. We also did well on CGC. That was up 83% on the week. IDN, that was up 70% on the week. And in other calls, ticker symbol NN, also known as Next Nav, that was up 17.5% on the week. TLRY, another cannabis stock, that did well, and that was up 25.4% on the week. ACB, that was up 15% on the week. Cron was up 8.8% on the week. and ticker symbol ESPR, that was up 26.4% on the week. CDLX, that was up 28% Monday before closing down 8% on the week. So not all calls are successful. So these are stocks that we called over the previous 5 trading days. So if you would like to get the next weekly watch list, which is going to be shared prior to trading on Monday, details are description below. Thank you very much for watching. Please stay tuned.